Hey guys, I'm here with my 2009 Mini Cooper. It's been running pretty good, but got tired of fixing stuff on it since that thermostat assembly and a couple other things before that. So I've been enjoying driving it around, and actually I got two bike racks on top, taking my son out road biking. But so I think I decided to do something fun today. So I think I saw a Ford pickup truck, and I saw their front emblem kind of illuminated. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to go ahead and do that to the Mini. So I'm thinking of pulling off the emblem right here, then put a piece of plexiglass, same shape, cut it same shape underneath it with some LED lights, and tie it into my inside lights, so when I unlock the car, they illuminate. So first step is to take it off, and I've seen a couple of different videos. They kind of heat it up with maybe a little heat gun, and they use some dental floss to get underneath it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mask around it with some blue tape before I start. Okay, I masked off the area. I got my dental floss and I got my heat gun. So let me go ahead and pull a piece out, and got my heat gun. Oh, let me get some trim tools in case if I need to go underneath it. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and heat it up a little bit. We'll do it. You don't want to overheat it. You don't want to. One way to check it is to after you heat it up a little bit, touch it, see how hot your emblem is getting. And when it's too hot to the touch, let's go ahead and see if we can start getting it off. We'll try this method. Wow, that looks pretty good. I think there's a couple tabs in there, the alignment tabs probably, I'm going to hit. I think I feel two of them. Let's see if we get this off. So, snapping it. Go crazy with the heat gun here. Yeah, you can hear it separating. Okay, there it goes. There are two tabs on the top here. They're aligned with the two holes here. So basically I just need to go ahead and clean off all this rubbery stuff. And I got some adhesive remover. And I think that's probably going to work pretty good on here. I got to double check to make sure it doesn't damage paint. So let me go dig that up. Okay, I think I got this down at Pep Boys or some automotive store. Made by Turtle Wax, label and sticker remover, and it's actually enriched with citric extract to remove stickers from glass, metal, and automotive paint. So, sounds like I want to damage the paint. So instead of going spraying crazy there, I'm going to spray my cloth and then see how well it takes it off. after I do this, before I put the do the mod, I'll probably go ahead and clean this with some alcohol. It's like one of those things that probably need to soak in a little bit. The rubber portion is actually protecting the adhesive underneath. So this is just going to take time. So let me go work on this, and then we'll start the mod on the emblem. Okay, here it is. It was a slow going process. Took me probably about 30 minutes using the adhesive label and sticker remover, plus using a lot of my fingernail, because basically you had to make sure you get off the black foamy part to get down to the adhesive, and once you get down to the adhesive, then that's where the remover, the chemical remover, started working well. You gotta make sure you, even if you get the black part off, which is the rubber part, that there's still this little thin gooey film that's on here usually, and that's the adhesive. So you gotta make sure you get all that off. I can't tell what's going on right here. It looks like there is still some here, but I can't figure out. It's like really hard. So I might work on that a little bit more, just make sure I get it really clean and smooth. So let's go inside and start working on the modification on the emblem. Okay guys, I'm inside. This is my old emblem. I gotta clean off the back. So what I did is trace and made a template of it like that. Then what I'm going to do is going to cut it out. Here's the cutout one. So actually I use this one. So go use some glue stick. Take the glue stick and go ahead and glue it onto this piece of plexiglass. Plexiglass is probably 3/8, and I had it sitting around, so that should be thick enough. And glue stick that on, cut that out, and these are the LED lights. And I had these sitting around when I did something else with the car with that armrest. Blue LED lights. They're I believe they're waterproof. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this because I have a big spool of it. So let me go ahead and cut that out. Okay, cut it out. This is what it looks like. Pretty close. I'm gonna use a Dremel with a round cylinder sander on it, small one, to go ahead and finish up the edges, getting really as close as possible. But let's go ahead and wire it up to see kind of like what it might look like. Okay, so this is a small strip of that LED light. So I got a 12-volt class 2 transformer left over. So let me go ahead and power this up. Okay, so that's the blue light I'm going to have. So basically I'm going to have to do a little groove in there, so that way this can fit in there. And basically, so once that fits in there, I'm going to run it underneath the hood and out, back inside the car, and tie it into one of my interior lights. Let's shut off the lights and see what it looks like. So you can't really see the word mini, but you're going to be able to see the outline of it. So almost looks like the Batman symbol kind of. So Let me go ahead and finish this up, clean this up, and actually cut a groove in there for the little LED light to fit in. And then we'll start the install. Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I was using a Dremel with one of those round sanders, cylindrical sanders. I have two different sizes, that side and a smaller one. And to make the cavity for the LEDs, let me show you what it looks like with the light off. Looks like that. Light on. So basically, you basically have to, luckily there was a hole. I don't remember in the earlier picture, there's two for these two tabs and there's a hole in the middle, so that's why I'm going to run the wire right out through that one. So I have a snaking like this, I have to make it wide enough. Sits flat here, sits flat where this wire goes, sticks up a little bit right here. So I'll probably take out a little more plastic, a little more there, and so that way it sits flat. And then go ahead and start working on the install. Okay, for the install, I bought this 3M adhesive, a VHB adhesive. That's kind of expensive for a small piece like this, but this is all I need. So I'm going to cut out the shape for this to go on the plexiglass and back on the Emblem, and picked up some adhesion promoter to clean up the spot so that way it sticks better. And I think there's 5 wipes in here. So those are the 2 things that I picked up, and the most expensive things I picked up. So let me go ahead and finish, just go back outside. Okay, I'm back outside, done assembling it. Got the 3M VHB sticker on it, double-sided adhesive. Got my plexiglass in the middle here, and I stuck this back on with my LEDs underneath. Didn't get it perfectly flat here. Probably ideal is to get some double-sided tape to lay down your LEDs first before putting this on, because once you put this on, it's really sticky. I use that adhesion promoter on both sides of the plastic, so that way I get good adhesion. So my next is going to be fishing the wire through. So this is the hood, so I want to fish the wire through there, and I got a hole here which helped me feed it through. Then I'm going to feed it still inside between the in here and come out to this hole. Then I think I could keep bringing it down to this hole, and then bring it down inside here and drop it down back inside here and get it inside the car. So let me go ahead and start fishing some wire through. Okay, I already had fished the string through that main hole in the middle. It kind of runs down through here, and it comes out here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably tuck it back in here, then go ahead and follow this hose for the windshield washer and bring it down into this box. So I'll go ahead and take this out. There's a couple screws here. Gonna take these plastic pieces off. Okay, I forgot you gotta take off the windshield wipers before you take off those plastic things, and that uses a 13mm to take off the bolts, and you kind of have to make sure you're pulling them off straight, otherwise they go bind up on the spline. So you got two 10mm on each side to take off this plastic, and once you do that, peel back this rubber thing, and then you should be able to take off this plastic to get to the access that I'm going to go through into the car, the wiring. Okay, there's what the plastic taken off, and that's the access I've been using to get down into the inside the car, running all my other wiring. So I made a long piece of wire. Find it. Hold on a second. So I made this long piece of wire. I'm going to go ahead and fish it through and run it up, and out through the top here. Okay, I got my wire right here. Runs here. I follow this all the way up here, tucked it behind this. It goes inside the hood and comes out here. So I'm going to go ahead and solder the Emblem LED to it, and then go ahead and wrap it and tuck the wires in and stick it on. Okay, here are my wires. I soldered it to the Emblem. So now I got my wire connection. I'm just gonna wrap it with some cloth. And what I used for it was these. Basically, they have the built-in solder and they're waterproof. And they just use a heat gun on it to shrink tubing, waterproof, and solder all built into one. So that's what I end up using. So I'm going to use the adhesion promoter on the thing. Go ahead and do that, wipe down, and go ahead and stick it on. Okay, I got the wire feeded down here, through here, through here. This is it right here, and I made a hole for it to pop through in this so we get a light over here in this piece. So to pop the cover off, you just lift up these black tabs, these 3 black tabs, and then this cover just pops off. So I'll go ahead and do the wiring inside, and maybe I'll hook up 12 volts to make sure it works before I do the wiring inside. Okay, last time I was in here, I was fixing that the foot light, and I already had teed off a connector, knowing that I was going to do this. It's a 2-pin connector, and here's the mating one. So I'm going to go ahead and use that same shrink tubing solder waterproof combination and go ahead and connect that connector on here, and be able to plug it on there. So that means when the footwell light comes on, that's when the Emblem comes on. Okay, it's all buttoned up. I put the wiper blades back on, the trim back on, the connectors inside, that's all buttoned back up. So I want to go ahead and give a shot of what it looks like. So basically, straight on, it looks pretty much the same. You see that it sticks out a little bit higher because of the plexiglass underneath it. So the real test is going to be at nighttime when I unlock the car. So let's wait till it gets dark and see you back here and let's see how it looks. Okay, it's pretty dark outside. I have it installed. Let me hit the lock and unlock button on my car and see what we got here. Okay. I can see the left side is pretty illuminated, but the right side is not. And I think that's because of the shrink tubing I have on that side of the LEDs. So that's kind of causing a shadow, blocking it out. Let me try that again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull it off and redo the little LEDs without the shrink tubing so I can get a little bit better illumination on the other side. So let me go ahead and pull this off, use the same method. I'll use some dental floss and slice and get underneath it and pull it out. Okay, this is what I have. The upper one is the older one with the shrink tubing in the black, and the bottom one is the one I redid. I used thinner wire. That'll make it easier for me to run it, and I'm not going to use shrink tubing. I'll probably just go use a little bit of silicone to go ahead and I put it over the solder connection to help seal any water possibility. So let's go ahead and put that into place and see if I get better lighting. Okay, I think that's better. I have the 3 LEDs better centered, and so I'm getting a little more even light coming out on both all the way around it. I wonder if there's a way to be able to only way I could do that is if I double the LEDs to 6 LEDs, and I'm not sure there's enough room for that. So I think I'll go ahead and go with this, and clean off the back of the old adhesive, and go ahead and cut out a new template, and actually I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put a two conductor connector on it, so that way I could just unplug it and plug it back in and make it easier. Okay guys, I got it back in. I didn't end up using a connector because the connector I had was too big for the hole, that center hole. So I just went ahead and used those pre-made shrink tubing with solder built into it. It's supposed to be waterproof, so that should be pretty good. So this is what it looks like during the day, which is not too bad in terms of the thickness of it, because of the plexiglass going around it. So the real test is, let's see what it looks like with the lights out. Okay, it's pretty dark in the garage, so turn off all the lights. So let's go ahead and hit unlock. There we go. So that's what it looks like. So we get a better focus on it. So you can see the edges coming around with blue. Oh, motion sensor just set off my garage light. So even with the garage light on, you still see a pretty good blue on it. Let me hit it again. It actually gets a little bit brighter. Starts low and it gets a little bit brighter. So that's if you want to do your hood emblem with LEDs, so it lights up when you unlock the car. So that's it. So good luck on yours. Thanks for watching.